Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Zaionagaming here again to share with you a deck list for Warcraftrumble. Today we're going to be going over the deck Skillcapped Sneed. It's a play on words because, in my opinion, this, alongside with Unbound decks, are the least skilled decks in the game to play. It's kind of just a joke. Kind of like people who play Teemo in the top lane for League of Legends, if you know what I mean. And if you don't, that's okay. 5 minutes of watching gameplay of this, you're going to realize how absolutely toxic this deck is. It's incredibly devastating, and it is a noob stomper. I like to consider this deck more favorable for the low elo because as you climb up in trophies and up in level, you're going to find opponents who know how to deal with this. And when somebody knows how to deal with this deck, it's quite easy to take advantage of, but played properly and in the hands of somebody who's very, very skilled with this deck, even at high rank, it is viable. It's just, I would say it's a little lower on the tier list when you're way up there. But for your early trophies, or if you just want to play something that makes your opponent want to smash their phone off the wall, this is the deck for you. This deck plays around Sneed and Sneed's ability. His passive, Sneed's leader ability here. You get 2 gold every time you with a siege unit that you kill a tower or open a chest. You get an extra 2 gold. So we're going to take advantage of that really fast gold gain by killing our by killing our chests. Killing our chests on our side, specifically with the Warsong Raider and Sneed himself. This is going to give us 4 gold every time we kill our own chest. We're going to be killing towers with Warsong Raider, Sneed, and Goblin Sapper, one of the few decks in the game that actually plays this ridiculous card, which I have a feeling it's going to get nerfed. It can 100 to 0 a tower for 2 gold, which is absurd. We've got some splash damage on defense in the Huntress if we do need to defend, but this deck is all about attacking. We've got Blizzard to defend and in large pushes, and that's also, whoops, I don't know what I clicked there. Oh my goodness, stop pushing random buttons. This is also used offensively more often than not. And then we've got the charge ability Stonehoof Tauren for positive melee trades, also for slamming into towers. And then what little hope we have of dealing with armored units, we have Harpies. This deck does not do good into armored units. As you can see, just taking a quick look at the deck, we have quite literally 0 elemental damage aside from Blizzard. But that's okay, because we are not worried about defending. We're just trying to go face at all times, ignore your opponent, just slam into their towers, gain as much extra gold as we can, and with that, seal the deal. I'll end up showing you some gameplay here soon, but there are some important things that higher skill capped players will be wanting to take advantage of. Sneed is exceptionally slow, and he is a siege unit. He does bonus damage to towers. You may think that's pointless. He's actually also an AoE splasher, so he is great defending. If need be, he can defend against multiple targets. The reason we take both Huntress and Warsong Raider is alongside that defensive ability of Huntress and the offensive ability of Warsong Raider, they both have the ability to push Sneed physically towards towers at terminal velocity. It is extremely important that you master this skill. You can play this deck without the ability to do it, but it's gonna be the difference between a good player and a great player with this deck. Taking advantage of those little tricks of this deck. Things like allowing your Stonehoof Tauren to charge something on the side of the tower, to take aggro from the tower, to slip your little Slip your little sappers in there. Slappers. Slip your slappers in there. That's a tongue twister. So, you know, because these die in one shot to tower damage, so you need to position them to the side. There's a lot of tricks. There's a lot of learning you can actually do with this deck. It can be high skill capped, so Skillcapped Sneed isn't a completely ridiculous name for this deck, but you'll see shortly how absolutely unreasonable this deck can be. I hate seeing it. I hate that it's in the game, but such is life. There's not much we can do about it except for cry that it's a little too broken at times. But if you know how to deal with it, like I said, it's really not too bad. We'll jump into a PvP match here. A very long queue for some reason. Here we go. Jump into our little PvP match and we'll show you how the deck works. Like I said, we're going to want to grab our chest with Sneed or with Warsong Raider. We got Warsong Raider in the opening. No seed. We play it fast. We got to cycle that out. Still, no Sneed. Very, very, very bad opening hand, which is unfortunate for a deck like this that wants to play fast. We've already connected on tower. We're going to Blizzard here. Now we have Sneed. Thank goodness. We've done some work in the top lane. So this costs 10 gold to do, but here you go. Slow Sneed, fast Huntress. You jam him into the tower. And that's how you do it. It's a very, very important trick. So that's 2 extra gold right there on top of the extra 2 we got for taking this. As you can see, when we take it, an extra 2 gold. We're using this ridiculous gold income that we're getting to push like lunatics. As you can see, this deck does not do good defensively. It's absolutely atrocious on defense. But here we go. We're pushing. That's all it is. Just go face all the time. It's very toxic. It's an incredibly fast win. We're going to try and finish it here. No luck. But that's okay. We are so violently far ahead of our opponent that this guy does not stand a chance. All right. I'm just waiting to get this. We're going to run a Warsong in, and that's game. Nothing you can do. I can always Blizzard him. If he kills it, doesn't matter. Game 1 finished. As you can see, it's ruthless. Absolutely ruthless. To me, people who play this deck are the worst. The worst. But it is strong. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. It's just I don't have respect for this deck. I really don't. I mean, I have to share it. I try to share decks for every hero. This is hands down the best Sneed deck. And I regret showing people this. I really do. This deck and Unbound deck are just... I don't want to see people playing it competitively. It's just something I don't want to deal with. So there's Sneed to take our first box. We're looking to rush him in with Huntress here, while we do our best to defend what looks to be another Sneed deck, but I don't really know what he's running. Look at that guy go. Go, go, go. He's so fast. Let's turn these. It's funny. I barely even have to try with this deck. And I know that sounds ridiculous, and I am not trash talking my opponents. It's just I don't have to try with this deck. It's just one of those decks. Go face all the time. And like even if they take that tower back, who cares? We're up so much gold. It's actually kind of hilarious. A lot of people, I'm sure, find entertainment from playing this kind of deck. It is really funny. Oh my goodness, it's easy to hit gold cap though. Well, that's game right there. You see how fast these games are. Like, It's crazy. Add 2 Sneeds on their tower in the first 2 seconds of the game. Like, as fun as it is, and I understand why people play it. I really do. It is quite fun. But holy moly, man. Like, you just feel bad. Like, maybe that's just me, but I feel bad for beating people with this deck. It's like, when you beat them, you know how angry they are. Like, they're like, what is this? And, you're going to make people hate the game. And it's just all around toxic. But, I mean, anything for those trophies, boys. Anything for those trophies. We're pushing. All right, we got a War Song Raider coming in. We're going to put Sneed in front. We're going to push him. Go. Oh, we fricked that up pretty bad, but that's okay. Not even worried. Let's kill this. We still ended up with the tower connection, which is pretty good. Looks like we got a tower there too, so I'm going to spend some elixir here. Just so we're not capped. All right, we keep going face. Here we go. No, go forward. Forward, I say. I got him dancing. My bad. My bad. Like, look at all this gold generation we have. It's absolutely crazy. I'm sitting on, like, permanent max gold. And it's hard to, like, it's hard to be gold efficient. Like, look at that. I'm hitting 10 again. Whoops. Roommates text me. Ignore that. It's tough, man. Like, it's tough to not overcap in gold because the amount of gold generation this deck has is crazy. I think we're already at like 3 wins in a row. I'm going to try and... these games go so fast that, like, if I played 2 games to show you the deck, it's going to be like a 3-minute video. But yeah, this is the deck, as crazy as it is. It's really important that you learn that trick to push your Sneed to towers because he does a lot of tower damage. You want to be playing to both sides of the game, You don't want to just be pushing one lane and having somebody deal with you. You kind of want to throw them back and forth to it's all about making your opponent panic. Putting that pressure on. All right, let's push a Sneed in. We're going to blizzard this because it's unfortunate I missed the other one. I keep messing that push up, but that's okay. It does take some practice. But that's 1 tower down. Cycle out our miner and turn him. You know what? I'm not even going to turn right now because I'm too busy doing another push here. Let's go. Look at the damage we've already done. Like, holy smokes, guys. Toxic, toxic, toxic. It's just crazy. I'm at max gold again. Too much gold. Too much going on. If you play it well, you play it fast, you're perfectly gold efficient, and it's hard to be in this deck. I mean, you can only imagine the power that this deck has. But like I said, as strong as this seems, I'm only sitting like, 1,200 trophies on this deck or something. I'm playing like gold 1 players or something. Later in the game, when people figure it out, especially, it's going to be hard to take advantage of people with this deck. I'm trying to find an opponent who's going to be able to put up a fight. This deck struggles against Rend Blackhand decks. Anything with like really heavy splash is kind of tough for us to deal with. Chain Lightning. Players who know what they're doing are just going to chain lightning our saplings at every opportunity, which is what they should be doing. Let's see if I don't mess up the push this time. There we go. Much better, right? There we go. It's funny how much of a difference it makes when you're actually really focusing on playing it correctly. We're going to dash to charge here. We've got another. So you'll see he's going to dash off to the left, which is going to pull. I accidentally messed it up and killed the sappers, but you get the idea. You want to pull your Tauren to one side, charging your opponent, and then have your sappers on the other side. I was just unfortunately not fast enough, and the guy wasn't enough on the left hand side there. But you get the concept. All right, that's game. I think that's like what, 5 wins or something. Just the games are so fast. But this is the deck. Sneed skill cap. Don't let it fool you guys. I know it looks really strong. I know you think you're like, oh my god, like this guy's making it look like a joke. I've played these kind of games for years, and you know, like I am playing at low trophies. I can tell you right now that this is as good as it seems. It's probably a mid-tier. It's probably a mid-tier deck. There are decks that are notably better. Even though this deck could destroy many of them, like Tyrion. Tyrion is just a better deck than this, but Tyrion loses to this. So, strange example, but so that's the Sneed deck. Here's the deck list, guys. I hope you picked up more or less the mechanics of the deck, what little it has. And I hope you enjoyed me just running through people for a couple of minutes here. It is quite fun to play the deck. If you use it to push trophies, shame on you, but good luck. I love you guys. Best of luck with it, you trolls. And thanks for watching, guys. Enjoy the deck and keep on rumbling.